Hey, we're here with Jakov Velasco, the director of Right to Row, OCC Women's Crew. Thank you so much for being here, Jake.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Jake, so what was your intention behind filming a short about Women's Crew?
Two producers, Abby Fernandez and Constance Brannick, I approached them about filming. They wanted to make a film about Women's Crew and document their legacy, and they wanted to showcase their strength because Women's Crew here at OCC is a little bit underappreciated, and Women's Crew is something that is so big nationwide. There are more women doing crew than men. So we felt that we needed to showcase these women, and I approached them because I wanted to do something a little bit more sporty. I've never done a documentary, let alone sports. And they let me direct, and that's how we came up with Right to Row.
So we mentioned, I mean, it's Women's Crew, and you said there's sort of not enough information about them, or it's not as broadcasted as men. Mm-hmm. How did that make you feel? Was that something that you anticipated in doing, or is it simply because they came and approached you about it?
Well, I approached them about filming or directing the video, and the video was to promote Women's Crew. We did come into this project feeling that we needed to showcase women and their strength as athletes, and that they can be just as fierce as men, and that they deserve the attention and respect as anybody else. So that was our intention.
Okay, so being that it's your first documentary, was it difficult? Was it a different experience than shooting just a regular film?
It was. We didn't have as much control as we would have liked. In regular dramas or comedies, just a normal narrative film, you have a lot of control. You get to set up lights, you get to rehearse, you get to make decisions and say, that didn't work, let's do it again. In a documentary, you don't have that luxury. So we would go out onto the ocean at 4 in the morning, 4:30, we'd be out there freezing and just almost be invisible while filming these women, you know, rowing out in the ocean, and it's either you get the shot or you don't. If the audio is good that day or the audio is bad, it just kind of depends on what you guys are doing that day. Yeah. So it was a very different experience for us.
So, I mean, you were shooting athletes and not actors, right? Mm-hmm. They don't have that experience. Was it at all challenging, you know, to have them in front of the cameras? How was it different?
We focused on individuals that were very comfortable being on camera, so it wasn't much of a challenge for us. They did like to talk a lot. They really wanted to get a few points across. So, but I don't think it was. I thought it was easier because they just needed to be themselves versus us trying to get somebody to be somebody else in a narrative. So as long as they were comfortable on camera, it was all good.
Jake, I want to ask you, what kind of emotions are going through you knowing that you're going to be a part of the Newport Beach Film Festival coming up? I mean, what's going through you, man? Well,
it's really exciting. I've never been in a film festival this big before, and going into this, I did not anticipate any film festivals. We were making this just to showcase OCC's Women's Crew, and in a way, it's doing exactly what we wanted it to do. You know, now we have so much exposure, and at first, we didn't really think about what would come after, but now that we're here, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
So.
Man, Jake, I'm so happy for you. I wish you all the best. I'm glad that you're venturing out of the norm and, you know, being able to give these girls the attention that they deserve. Thank you so much, Jake.
Of course.